In Norse tradition, we celebrate something called Álfablot. It's when we call upon the Alfar for protection from the dark months of winter. We do not know how similar that Álfablot was to a public bloat because it's unclear. There aren't many references to that. We do have a few, especially the Icelandic Cormac's saga. It does mention a sacrifice to the Alfar, though it seems to be a bit more of a emergency call for help rather than a planned observance of the official Álfablot. In Ostrafarvisur, which is a skaldic poem, we find a narrator that is weary from their travels who calls upon a homestead, asking for a night's lodging, but only to be turned away by the woman, the household. She holds a sacrifice for the elves inside her farmhouse. Now, Norse custom usually encouraged and even required hospitality to strangers and travelers, but during Álfablot, that requirement and expectation was put on the side or on hold. The woman turns the narrator away. She's the head of the household, the lady of the household, and the lady of the household is usually the one responsible to oversee the Álfablot celebration. The observance was a private family affair. No travelers or strangers were granted entry to the household that night. It was to celebrate the elves and reaffirm bonds between ancestors and local spirits. There is no centrally and universally accepted date for Álfablot, but we do have some traditions in different countries. In Swedish traditionally, in some, it is November 15th. In some other heathen organizations, it's between October 6th and 21st, with the Álfablot on October 6th. In other traditions, they place it somewhere in between winter nights. In Hostamanger, October 6th still remains a date, but that relates to the full moon, a lunar calendar, as a possible date. The month of October is often a time for reflection and offerings to the Alfar, elves or ancestral spirits, and that specific timing is often decided by the individual practitioners and their families, guided by their personal connection to their needs, their ancestors, and the changing seasons. Blessings from Realm of Runes and of Breath and Bone.